Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Tenant Farmer. My name is David. As always, I hope you're doing very well. And you join me today. Look at our greenhouses. They're ready to go. We've been very busy. It's been about 3 weeks since we're last with you. In that time, we've been able to, get this third one put up there. But we've also been able to kind of make a bit of a makeshift polytunnel, really. The wooden frame is easy to put up and assemble there, but it allows us to put this weatherproof covering over there, really. So keeps the internal temperature in a bit more of a manageable condition and keeps the elements today off of there, which is great. So now we're able to do a little bit more looking into a few bits and pieces here. We can actually get some seeds planted into here and look to get this going for us ahead of next spring, really, when we can really start to kick this off. What that means for us right now, though, is that a few things need to be moved around. We need to get some water into here. We need to get some muck into here as well, so we can get that work done into the beds. We also today need to do a little bit of cattle work. We really need to feed the cattle this morning, so we need to get another load of rationing mixed up. So we're going to need to use the loader tractor quite a bit today, but today is going to be a bit different. I found out a perk of having a channel such as this, or an update, a weekly update here, is that certain tractor companies start to pay attention to that. And someone got in touch from Kubota and asked me if I would like to try one of their tractors of a similar size to our massive fleet. So naturally I said yes. And here it is. This is the M6. A little bit dark. It doesn't look quite so good in the morning here under the grey skies, but there you go. Look at that brilliant orange. So this is in the middle of these two, really. It's about this model in particular is about the top end of the M6 here. This is a 140 horsepower. So it's obviously bigger than our loader tractor there, and not quite the same size as the main 5470. But we've got it for a week, and we're going to give it a go, really, and just see what trouble we can get ourselves into with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to get on with it, really, this morning. We're going to use this to feed the loader wagon, see how it gets on with the feeder wagon there, sorry. We need to get everything going there, and then we're going to move a bit of muck around with it as well. So lots to get going with, really. Looking forward to seeing how well it does. And see if it has the differences, really. Obviously, age is a big factor there. So overall, it's a bigger tractor. It's more the size of the 5470. But anyway, let's just get on with it, shall we? Now, on the front of the loader tractor right now, do I have anything? No, perfect. So, got my bucket over there, and my muck fork should be around here somewhere as well. Gonna need both of those. I believe it's here. Yes, it is. So we're gonna come pick up that first. We'll get a few bales picked up, get this all looking ship shape, and we can get ourselves ready to go there. So yeah, we're looking very, very good. It was very kind of them to reach out about it. It's I haven't seen too many Kubotas in the area, actually, so never have I ever really heard of anyone who's been using one or have any experience with one. But yeah, that's about to change today. Let's just get all of our lights on, which I think are down there. Wonderful. Up goes the loader there. It's a nice cab. It's a quiet cab. That's one thing I've noticed so far. Now, let's see. I'm not in gear there at the moment, so I'm going to go first, I think. Alright. And off we go. So what we're going to do, like I say, is just pick up the forks. We'll get that Fiat out in a moment there, and then get that taken over as well. But I just want to be able to have a quick mosey around with this. Now, of course, one thing to consider at the moment with this is the cost of a new tractor is, well, prohibitive, really. You know, it is astronomical these days. I could probably replace both of my machines second-hand for the cost of a new machine, but we'll worry about that later on. All right, excellent stuff. So what we're going to do, we will need a bale of straw eventually, so we might as well just grab this here whilst we're right in front of it and take this one with us. Now, this tractor does have wheel weights on the back of it, on the back wheels there, so it allows you and aids you when you're doing front loader work. And we have a similar sort of setup with our Massey. We do also have a rear weight for the 3-point linkage. But like I say, it is just generally a larger, heavier tractor, which should come into its own advantage there. What I'm done there is not quite spiked myself properly, so we'll try and get it picked up where we can get around. There you go. Excellent. So we'll stop it right here for now. Let's just get this Fiat pulled around the corner a little bit. I also need to get it warm through today. It is not a very pleasant day. Regardless though, the Fiat still starts this time around. Okay. We will put it onto a bit of an angle here. That'll do the job. So I hope you all do very well. Anyway, wherever you are, do let us know. Like I say, we've got this for a little while, this Kubota, so we're going to try it with a bit of everything. We're going to see how we can get along with it, really. I think it's the best way to describe it. We are empty there, as you can see, so we need to get a bit of everything put into here. We're not going to put the straw in first. Typically, always put that in last. We'll start with a bale of hay, and we can also get a bale of silage into there as well. Let's see how it goes. I've won a few jobs I want to try and do with this. I want to go and move some silage bales around, so we'll see what it's like when it's pulling like a full load there. I also want to try and do a little bit of muck carting, that kind of thing. Oh, there's a weight right behind me there somewhere. I don't want to go too far into that one. But whilst I'm here, let's just get that open. Oh, it's not good silage here actually. Very, very good. And then we're just a little bit tight for space. Yes, so let's just lift that up. It is quite a nimble little tractor, like I say. Feels very light to steer, despite the fact that we've got most of the weight on the back end there. It still feels pretty handy. Oh, we went a bit too light there at the end. Just like a little load of weight onto us here. Alright, bale number 1 is in. We'll let that work over in the Keenan. We'll go and grab a bale of hay. We're looking good. Not much else is happening here at the moment, to be honest. As you can see, it is cold. It's a bit miserable. Okay, I just need to get my... there you go, get my bearings in this. It's, yeah, like I say, there's not too much going on there. Next job up, like I say, we'll be focusing on the greenhouse there, and really that's just us keeping going until until we're out of the cold. Not going onto the fields anytime soon. They're just kind of a bit dormant now for the winter, which is what you've come to expect. Okay. Now, less than ideal way of going about this. However, there is a trailer in the way, which I don't really feel like moving right now, so we'll just spike this through over the wall. Take another one. Excellent stuff. So what we're going to do, like I say, we're going to just do a bit more shuffling around the yard with this, and then we're going to get stuck on into the greenhouse work a little bit more there. So we'll get this all loaded up there, and then we'll do something a little bit different and try and put this Kubota into some use. Alright, so feeding is almost done. We're just doing the last of it here. It's got a little bit lighter. It's still trying to snow. Fortunately for us, it's not settling, which is good. Yeah, it's still coming down. So we're going to do a little bit of front loader work. And what I think I might do, just to make it a little bit easier for us here, is perhaps just stick the weight on the back. We'll have to look in to see what that balance is like, really. But yeah, it's certainly something we'll do, just to see if there's any need for us to, you know, think about that balance in the future if we were to go down this line. But it poses an interesting question. I would like to see what the handle is like with a rear weight on there anyway. Yeah, we'll just keep pushing this back along here. A couple of ton left in there now. But the cattle are getting their good feeding up there anyway. They're looking good for it. They do need a bit more straw in there, so the rest of that bale there is going to go straight on in. Alright. Perfect, so we'll leave that there. Okay, so like I said, we're going to stick this load of weight on the back. And then, first thing we're going to do is just help out the... go and help out our... Probably need to help out our pigs actually as well. They're going to need a little bit more water, I think, in their troughs, or at least to check that the water's all looking good. And then we need to go and start to cart a bit of muck over to those greenhouses, so we can get that all going. It's certainly a more comfortable tractor than the 5400 loader tractor that we have, but then it really should be. It is rough calculation there, probably about 13 years younger. So you know, it's really what you would expect to see. So ultimately, it is very nice to be in here. Obviously, it's gonna have air conditioning and everything as well when you need it for the winter. Okay. Like I said, we're just gonna stick that weight on the back now. We might not need it, but it never hurts. Also, when you look at the back there, you do have to reach over a little bit to see everything in terms of your pickup hitch. You can just make out the 3-point link arms there. And then what I want to show you, which I can't quite show you from here, so we'll just pull forward ever so slightly. You've got your spool valves on the back there, which are also coloured. So you've got the green and you've got blue. And then here you've got green and blue and then brown. I do believe, and you have to play around with those, I do believe they're for pressure flow. You can play around with them there, which is pretty cool. Everything in here is, you've got manual spool valves on here, your electronic draft control though, which is well, pretty handy. Have a play around with that electronic PTO switch as well. And then you've got your manual, or your buttons, sorry, for your raising and lowering of the rear implements. There is an option to have this spec'd out with a front linkage. Obviously it hasn't come with that, we've got a weight on the front, which is fine enough with me. But it would possibly be something that we'd have to have a look at there. But anyway, let's just we'll start at least by, I think, just moving a bit of muck around, doing a bit more loader work with this. If we absolutely need to, we could probably even look to get a little bit of a muck cart going as well. Actually, that'd be a good test for it. Ground's pretty hard, so we can still get onto the last arable field that's not drilled yet. And then we're looking good, but there's plenty of muck in here to go at, that's for sure. And let's see how that, see how we get on with that. Okay. Much like the massive forward reverse control is on the shuttle here, which does make it very easy to work. I have my auxiliary third function on the loader joystick, and the joystick itself is in a nice position. It's not too far away. It doesn't take too much manhandling or reaching to operate there, which is ideal, because if you're doing a full day of loader work, I know you might be shifting bales or something. If it's too far out of the way, you start to feel it by the end of the day. You know, we're looking like we're in a great place there. So we're just going to dump a load of muck out the front of each of these, and then at some point in the next few days we'll get in and start to move this in. Lovely visibility out the back as well. Really do like this an awful lot. Oh, he does it. I think what we might do actually is, because it's getting a little full, you might even look to just take a little bit of a load away actually, and see how we get on the road. The gear box on this particular tractor is a 3-speed. And the brief time I've been in it, it's the low range is a very slow range. Oh, I didn't quite get my gear 6 all of that. Just didn't quite change through. I've got to be a bit careful with how that works. It's not good. But the low range is very, very slow. It's quite something. Okay, what we will do, I think, just because I want to bring you along for the ride for all of this really, and it's nice to see a new machine out here, and with thanks to you folks watching my videos here that we actually get to have a play around with this. I think we'll get a trailer loaded up at some point this morning, and then we're going to take that away as well. So we're just going to continue with this anyway, and we'll see how we get on. Alright, so we've moved on. We've filled up the Marston trailer, and we're going to go for a bit of a spin. Getting used to the load now, getting used to the shuttle control as well. It was Yeah, it's quite handy to do after a while. It's got a bit of power in it as well when you are pushing into the heap there. I do like that. Again, a little bit more power, but you'd expect it to have a lot more than my current loader tractor because it is just a bigger machine. So that is all well and good. A lot faster response on the loader. You start to really recognize that after a while as well. Again, a larger hydraulic pump on the front there, which is why that all kind of does make sense. But what's interesting is, like I say, this loader control, we're in high range there at the moment, or the gearbox, sorry. So there's 3 ranges: high range, medium range, and low range. All makes sense. And inside each range there are about 7 different gears. So when we come down into medium, that we're in there, like, just so much slower gears there. And then you've got on the joystick itself, you've got the little press buttons that you can go up through on the gear lever, sorry. So right now we're in 7th in medium, so you should expect it to be pretty nippy, but it's what are we doing there? The speedometer says we're doing just about 10, and then only really you've got to then go back up into high and click down a few gears, and then it races past 10. We're in 12, 13, 14, 15. It doesn't quite seem like the sequence is there. Now, that might just be me not quite used to it, and of course I am used to the T-stick for the Massey. But yeah, it does seem to be a little bit different. Maybe it's just something that you need to adjust to over time. But yeah, it does seem, when you are in high at least, it does seem to pull very, very well. It's a smooth change up through as well. It's not like it's jerking every time you hit the buttons. Out the way, doggo. Oh, that is a post, that dog. Must be. It's pulling this. This is a heavy load of mug behind it. There's a wet load there, and it's not even feeling it. It's great. Really, really impressive. Have a bit more of a play around with what's going on in the little display down there. Looks like it's showing us a few of the same things that we have dead ahead, but that's okay. Like I was saying, winter drill crops there aren't doing too much really at the moment there. That's fine. They're just gonna be themselves out of the way for now. It certainly pulls up a hill better than our loader tractor does. That does really grind to a halt. All the way at the 33, 34, 35k with a full load buck on the back. It barely even knows it's there. We'll change down the gear, see what that does. Not in anything, made it worse. Those bales are going to be sold maybe tomorrow or the next day, depending upon when they get back to me. That's handy. Might have a few weeds coming back through here. We might have to get on top of that. Seems to be maybe that we missed somewhere with the sprayer. There's a slight possibility of that. But anyway, yeah, we're going to tip this off. And then, yeah, there's not much else that we're going to be doing with it today. Shifting a bit more muck around here and there, and just carting the water trailer around. You go on top of the pig's troughs there, I think. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to bring you out and about in this as we use it a bit more thoroughly over the course of the next few days. Like I say, we've got it for a week anyway, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, let me know what you think of it. If you like this, let me know. I'll be really intrigued to know. So far, so good for me at least. We'll continue to use it there and see how we get on with it, of course. But yeah, I do really like this quite a lot. We're just going to go and tip this over there. Actually, some of that winter barley that's looking tremendous. Looking very, very good. Wintering very well, I would say. And this is the cover crop field here, of course. We touched on this one when we were establishing this, and then we've got a bit of muck in the corner of it as well. And that we're going to continue to add to really, hopefully, so we can get as much done as possible. And try and cover this whole field there when we'll likely try and mulch this in some way. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet. And then we'll spread the muck on top of it so we can try and incorporate it all in together. That'll be handy. That's certainly the plan, at least. Well, alright, so we're going to just tip this and carry on with our day. Let me know down below what you think, of course. If you have enjoyed this little video there, a little insight into what we're doing, then of course do hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more from Simulation for the Nation. Until next time, though, we're just going to tip this in the middle of the field and get back on with it. So do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later.